Even though villages have been around since 2010, there's been so many changes and updates over the years that it can be a challenge to keep up with all of the new features. So we've assembled 20 things about Minecraft villages that you absolutely need to know about. Number 1. You might have come across some zombie villagers in your time, but did you know that villagers do have another way they can become violent? If lightning strikes within 4 blocks of a villager, they will instantly turn into a witch. Worst thing is, there's no way to cure it, so you'll either have to lock them up for life or kill them. Number 2. I don't want to make you feel anxious, however, you should know that villagers are capable of gossiping about you behind your back. Villagers can store memories about your behavior which they will share with other villagers. You can have a better or worse reputation in villages depending on how you treat its residents, which will influence how expensive villager trades are. By attacking and killing villagers, you lose reputation. Conversely, by curing or trading with villagers, you gain reputation. Guard your reputation carefully because it won't even reset upon death. Number 3. Sometimes we need to take responsibility for our pets, and the same is true in Minecraft. So if your tamed wolf kills a raid captain, you will get the bad omen effect, and not the animal. So next time you're out fighting the pillagers, make sure your wolf doesn't accidentally kill the captain. Or you can always forget about it and drink some milk to nullify the effect. Number 4. Now, I'm not endorsing you to go ahead and let all of the other villagers die, but in case you're caught in a tight situation, try to save at least 2 of the villagers. It doesn't matter what class they belong to, as long as 2 of them are safe, you can repopulate the entire village and bring it back to life. Number 5. An interesting thing about Java Edition is that it does not have villages spawning in Snowy Taiga and Sunflower Plains biomes, whereas the Bedrock Edition does have villagers in these locations. I'm not sure what the point of this is, but at least the other 6 types of villages are available on both versions. Number 6. Have you ever gone adventuring in search of a wandering trader and been unable to find them? Luckily for you, here's the trick. In villages, if you're within 48 blocks of a bell, the wandering trader will not spawn beside you, but within range of the bell. So if you find yourself near a village, check that bell out in case the trader is wandering around beside it. Number 7. Maybe you've wondered what exactly a village is. It sounds simple, but there are 2 answers. The physical village refers to the various structures like houses, walls, and towers that can be found, and the logical village refers to the area where village mechanics govern the villager's behavior. While these are usually in the same space, it is technically possible to have a physical village with no village mechanics if it was generated in a world with mob spawning turned off, or in case of an abandoned village where no villagers are present. Number 8. A common misconception is that both Java and Bedrock Edition have the same probability of spawning a village. To your surprise, this is not true, and villages are in fact slightly more common in Bedrock Edition. There's roughly a 1 out of 2 chance that at least one village is present within 500 blocks of the world spawn in Java Edition, while this chance is about 2 out of 3 in Bedrock. Number 9. It's interesting that Mojang has 2 biome-specific villages who lack their corresponding types of villages. Both jungle and swamp villagers can be found naturally, despite there not existing a jungle or swamp village. The trick is to find a village that crosses 2 biomes. So, if a desert village were to cross over into a jungle biome, the jungle part is where the jungle villagers would spawn. Could it be that Mojang will add these 2 types of villagers in a future update, or might this have just been a simple mistake? Number 10. While taking a good night's stroll, there are chances to come across a village filled with zombie villagers. Now, you may think it's your friend's fault for going out at night and creating this mess out of a peaceful village, but really, it's probably because of the 2% chance that a natural village will generate as an abandoned village. So you may trust your friend on this one, if you trust them enough, that is. Number 11. Villages are the perfect spot to find a friend, and no, I'm not talking about the villagers. Cats can spawn in every single type of village, at a rate of 1 cat per 4 beds, which caps out at 5 cats per village. You can use raw cod or raw salmon to catch the kitty, and in return, they will have a 70% chance to give you a gift upon waking up. And on top of that, they will scare away creepers and phantoms for you. Number 12. Have you ever heard the saying that everyone is good at some job? Well, for Minecraft, that's not really true. Every type of villager is able to work a profession, such as butchers, farmers, or armorers, except for one, the nitwit. This villager is unable to trade, acquire a profession, or gather around the city bell. They essentially just grunt at you and breathe, which I guess is still something. Number 13. Speaking of villager trading, the mechanics behind these exchanges are surprisingly complicated. For one, they have a finite amount of supplies which can only be replenished when the villager goes to work. The prices for these items change with supply and demand, leading items to cost more when restocked, and if that wasn't enough, you should know that villagers have levels, which are based on their experience ranging from 1 to 5. The higher the level, the better loot the villager should have. Number 14. Unlike cats and other animals which have a chance to spawn periodically, there are a range of village animals that spawn upon world generation. Pigs, sheep, and horses spawn in regular villages. Zombie villagers spawn in abandoned villages, and the new camel will spawn in desert villages. Next time you're making an animal farm, try using villages instead of finding the animals in nature. Number 15. Not all raids are the same. The number of waves, the types of mobs, will actually change with the difficulty setting. Easy mode has 3 waves, normal has 5 waves, and hard has 7. Moreover, the higher the difficulty, the more likely that raiders will have enchanted weapons, which means anything past normal is going to be challenging. Prepare carefully. Number 16. In case the unthinkable happens and one of your favorite villagers turns into a zombie, then don't worry. It's a bit annoying to pull off, but if you throw a weakness potion on the infected villager and then feed them a golden apple, you can cure the villager, and they'll even retain their profession and return to work. Number 17. Even though raiders try to bring death upon a village, they aren't totally without morals. Villagers are completely passive to baby villagers, so even if they wipe out the whole village, as long as there are no ravagers around to kill it, the baby will continue to occupy the village alone. If you're patient enough, this might allow you to wait out the 40-minute maximum raid time, causing it to expire. Number 18. It can be a real pain to find a village, so why not try this? If you're playing fast and loose with the rules, with cheats on, you can type /locate village, and the coordinates for the nearest one will conveniently be shown on the screen. However, if you're one to follow the rules, it'll be a bit harder. I recommend getting on a tall area like a mountain and increasing your render distance as far as it'll go rather than wandering aimlessly. This will make it much easier to locate them from afar. Number 19. There are 2 separate ways that zombies can overrun villages. The first is a zombie siege, which has a 10% chance to occur at midnight or occasionally during thunderstorms. While Minecraft does not tell you there's a zombie raid going on, it'll be quite obvious when there's a bunch of zombies attacking your villagers. Conversely, the abandoned village is generated full of zombie villagers, and for whatever reason, these abandoned villages are slightly larger than typical villages. Number 20. Have you ever wanted to be a hero? Of course you have, but maybe not in this way. There is an interesting effect called Hero of the Village, which you can get upon defeating a raid. It only lasts 40 minutes, but it's pretty cool, because villagers will randomly give you gifts such as chainmail, tools, books, and more. And that's not all. The effect will also lower the price of villager trading, ranging from a 30% to a 98% decrease depending on the level. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you found these 20 tips to be helpful with your village exploring. Like the video, and then you can click on the video screen for more Minecraft content, where we teach you how to get Minecraft done right.